My next guest is a registered nurse, an internationally known integrative health, fitness, nutrition practitioner, and master trainer. Robbie Raugh has over 30 years of experience teaching health, nutrition, and fitness classes, as well as running her own private practice. She also hosts her own radio show on WDCX 99.5 FM in Buffalo called The Raw Truth. Today, she's here to talk about her book, The Raw Truth, Recharge, 7 Truths for Total Health and Fitness. Welcome, Robbie.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
It's exciting. You are celebrating a birthday very soon.
Oh, yes.
You look amazing.
Well, hey,
tell us what the birthday is.
To God be the glory. 60's the new 40. That's all I can say, okay?
If I look like you when I'm 60, oh, you look so good, girl.
Oh, ditto, my friend. But thank you. I mean, you know what? I'm just so blessed to be healthy, to have my heart beating and God's breath in my lungs. Honestly, every day, I just thank God for that. And, and we are supposed to be taking care of what I like to call our temporary earth suits or our temporary mobile homes, so that we can go out and do God's, purpose for our lives.
You started off as a nurse and then moved into preventative nursing.
Yes.
And why? Why did you want to do that?
Well, you know what? I call it preventative nursing. I was really working in what I call sick care. And I wanted to be in healthcare. I wanted to be on the other end, because truly we can change our health, and our lifestyle matters. We can not only prevent disease, but we can reverse disease, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, cancer, and the list goes on, through our lifestyle habits. And so, in my own practice, 90% of the people that come to me are coming to me because of problems that are lifestyle related, something they should be doing or they shouldn't be doing.
So we have control. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
we have control
absolutely.
to change the atmosphere and change what we do. Now, in your book, you talk about some of the pivotal parts of you wanting to write this was losing your mom and your sister.
Yes, when I thought about writing this book, I was praying to God, what do you want me to say? And honestly, God placed the 7 truths on my heart through the 35 years I've worked in the health and fitness industry. Because people come to lose weight or, help their marriage or whatever it is, and it is not just about eating right and exercising or just about family. It's really about those 7 truths: faith, family, food, fitness, detox, sleep, and stress management. They're all vital to our health. And while I was writing this book, my mom, who was 92 at the time, was actually living with us, and I had the incredible honor and privilege of taking care of her and holding her hand on this side as she took her first breath in heaven on the other side. And really, she impacted me so much in my life that I made it part of the book because of what she had taught me, the foundation of God at such an early age in my life.
So let's go through the truth. So truth number 1, faith.
Yes.
And I love this. You say that 10% of how we live is dictated by our genes, 90% is by lifestyle habits, and faith is a big aspect of that. Tell us about that.
Absolutely. I don't care if you want to lose weight, gain weight, save your marriage, help your kids, whatever it is, you need faith. You need Jesus. It doesn't matter, but we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So if you want to get lean on the Lord. You want to save your marriage, lean on the Lord. And so God placed that truth first on my life. Of course, 7 is very significant in the Bible. It's the number of perfection, 7 parables, 7 miracles. So that first one, faith, we need faith before anything, and being certain of, what we hope for, or being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we cannot see is so important. So it doesn't matter, we need to have that faith in God first before anything else.
Tell us a little bit about your faith journey, because WDCX, the radio station you're on now, played also a role in your faith journey.
Yes, it's just such a God thing that I'm, have my own show on WDCX, because I was a fan and listener of WDCX for many years. And I listened to Neil Boron for many years. He ministered to me before I even knew who he was. And, having that foundation that my mom, had given us growing up, I obviously was drawn to that. And I worked in a gym. I worked in a place where people weren't really talking about God that much, okay? I worked in a health club for many, many years. And so that foundation impacted me at such an incredible rate. I can't even tell you. And it enabled me to go through the things that I have gone through in my life, losing my father, losing my sister, losing my mom. And, I'm I'm all about family. So I didn't think I would be able to get through any of that. But, you know, I not only got through it, but had peace that surpassed all understanding.
You talk about family. Family is truth number 2. Family, love one another. How important is that relationship and really spending time with your family, investing in your family?
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Family, you know, after God, family next. And my mom showed us love. I can't even stress how much the impact parents have on their children. My mother didn't teach me about love, she showed me love. And, you know, we're commanded to love one another and forgive one another. You know how many times people get sick because they're holding resentment in and things like that. So that love and having the ability to forgive one another is so important. My mom, the last week of her life, she kept looking up at the ceiling, and she wasn't talking, she wasn't saying very much. And I said, Mom, I said, why do you keep looking up? And she gave me a complete sentence saying, there's more answers than questions up there.
Wow.
And I got goosebumps when she said that. I knew exactly what she meant.
Wow. We're going to take a little walk
Yes.
to kind of hit the other truths. So truth number 3 is food.
Yes.
Eat food, not food-like things.
Yes, that's what I say.
Explain that. We have this beautiful display of some healthy foods
Well,
here.
we should eat food, not food-like things. And if it comes from a plant,
I love this.
If it comes from a plant, you can eat it. If it was made in a plant, don't eat it. Okay, it's very simple. If you could just remember that. But food is vital. Nutrient-dense foods that fuel and feed our body. And you know, my sister passed away with cancer, and one of the things that I promised her at the end of her life is that I was going to help find a cure for cancer. In praying about this, I realized that God gave us the food of the earth to fuel and feed our body. That cure is in the foods we eat. And so, you know, when we talk about food, having nutrient-dense grains, not wheat bread, not multi-grain bread, not white bread, but really.
And I find that interesting because I've always heard that whole wheat bread is if you have to choose between the two, white bread and whole wheat bread, choose whole wheat.
Well, it depends because our wheat today is not our grandmother's wheat. You know, it's genetically modified, it's processed, it has a long shelf life that gives us a short shelf life. And so we need to get nutrient-dense foods, steel-cut oats, whole grains, sprouted grains with nutrients and enzymes. Sprouted grains are equal to eating an egg. They have all the essential amino acids. They are high in protein, high in fiber, which lowers the glycemic index of it. Also having, you know, quinoa. Quinoa is a seed that's high in protein and high in fiber, again, very nutrient dense, fuels and feeds our body. Having leafy vegetables every day, so important to us.
Yeah.
And, having mostly a plant-based diet to help prevent and reverse disease, and also making sure you have organic foods when you're having animal products.
Fitness very
is
important.
so important. You know, we need to take care of this temporary earth suit and really persevere. God tells us to persevere. So, you know, making sure that we're doing cardiovascular exercise, resistive training, mind-body flexibility and strength to heal and
getting active, getting out there.
Energy produces energy.
You also have a detox that you also mentioned, which is truth number 5.
Yes, and you know, to purify our bodies in making sure that we get all of those toxins and chemicals and carcinogens out of our body, and so that those foods that we eat are actually absorbed in our small intestine and can fuel and feed our body.
And managing stress, these stress balls feel really good right now.
You know what? I know. You know, we all have stress. It's just really how do we manage it, and we do need to manage our stress. You know, I say to people, you know, 4:6, Philippians 4:6, do not be anxious for anything, in all things, you know, pray about it, and obviously God will be there for us in all things, but we need to give it to God.
And last one, sleep.
Sleep, and be still and know He is God. You know, He wants us to rest in His presence, and so we're running, but that sleep is so important. If you don't eat right and you don't exercise, over time it'll affect you. If you are sleep deprived, it will affect you immediately.
And how will it affect you physically as well, right?
Yes,
You gain
absolutely.
weight.
You gain weight, you get sick, you open the door to disease. So stress and sleep, if we're not managing correctly, we do open that door to disease. And so just, you know, making sure that we put God first in everything we do, trust in Him and His understanding, and our paths will be straight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know God first in everything we do.
Thank you so much, Robbie. We went through this very quickly, but your book just taps right into these 7 truths in such great detail. And you have a website as well?
RobbieRaugh.com, yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been my pleasure.